You mentioned like including AI tools before. What is your like general stance on some of this AI tooling?
Good question. Uh, Very useful. Have you ever heard of Cursor?
Cursor. No.
Cursor, it's called Cursor Code Editor.
Mm.
Cursor Code Editor is like Kate,
Mm.
but with AI embedded, like Sonnet,
Mm.
or so OpenAI, whatever, ChatGPT, Sonnet, whatever it's called. Uh, that's what I use for the toolkit right
Mm.
now. Because whenever I write
Mm.
syntax, because all my toolkit is a collection of Bash scripts,
Mm.
but I sometimes struggle with functions.
Mm.
Uh, I create a function. Sometimes I forget that I created a function. I
Mm.
continue writing the code as if the function does not exist, and then when I tell the included AI to scan the script and see any errors, and it
Mm.
tells me what errors I made and whatever, and it helps me correct them. I discovered it thanks to Chris Titus Tech,
Mm.
because this is what he used to create the Linux toolkit. Uh, so I'm using it now, and I swear by it. But
Mm.
unfortunately, you're limited to a certain amount of tokens a
Mm.
month. So if you want to use it for free, the way I get around this is because I have a Google Workspaces account. I created unlimited aliases, so I keep creating account after account after account after account.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not a problem they're going to come up with a way to address.
If they come up with a way to address, it's only $20 a month,
Mm.
but still, for now, I'm just gonna keep using it that way. So far, I had to create 3 accounts. I
Mm.
didn't, not a million, because I use it. I use the AI very rare, less and less as I go, as I
Mm.
learn. So it's okay.
Mm.
It's fine. But I use it, and because of AI, AI can be helpful.
Mm.
People see AI as this bad aura thing. We don't like AI. We keep hearing about AI. We don't need AI.
Mm.
There are good implementations. There are bad implementations. There's a distro. I forgot the name of it. That included so much AI in it. The DT reviewed it recently. Uh, it's got so much AI in it, and the problem with that is all of the AI, well, 90% of the AI features of this distro are behind a paywall.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so you included AI, but no, they can't use any of it
Mm.
because they're behind a paywall. Each one is a separate paywall. It's not like you pay once, you get access to all of them. You have to pay for each and every one separately. So
Um,
you end up with
Makulu Lindos.
Maculu Linux. Yeah. No, I don't know if it's called Linux or whatever,
Uh,
but
Lindos is what it is. I don't really know why.
I don't know why he
Makulu
called it
Linux
that. But
Lindos, yeah.
yeah, that one. It's got so much AI in it,
Mm.
and the problem is they have to pay for it
Mm. Mm.
to be able to use any of the features of AI. That's the bad implementation.
Mm. Mm.
When it comes to a good implementation, is when you include something like I included the possibility, the option to install Cursor for
Mm.
those who need it, who develop, and they need the help of AI. They have the option to install it, but it will never be. And I decided never to include AI directly out of the box. I just added the option to add AI features to the distro within the toolkit. I
Mm.
leave the choice up to the user because I see a lot of people complaining about, oh, I don't want to use this distro because it's got AI. This
Mm.
distro's got a lot of bloat, a lot of this. Some people call 3 different icon packs bloat.
Mm.
Go figure.
Mm.
So I took a stance and I was like, don't include anything out of the box on Zero Linux, just the rice, and let the users through the toolkit select how they're going to bloat their system. Leave the choice up to them. So when it comes to AI, I see AI as a truly helpful tool because when I was in Dubai at my brother's place,
Mm.
he taught me a lot about AI. he taught me a lot of about AI and how one can use AI to make more money than any job would pay you.
Mm-hmm.
Like he introduced me to a 18-year-old kid
Mm-hmm.
who makes 100K a month using AI.
Mm-hmm.
And how does he make this 100K? He's got a service called Closet, something like that. I forgot the name of it. You pay $20, you join a community of AI developers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got thousands and thousands of users who are paying $20 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the name of the service, but they help each other develop automations.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can automate posting on Mastodon, posting on X or Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
creating posts on your website, on your blog. You don't do anything. You just like what my brother does, for example, he posts crypto related news
Mm-hmm.
on his X account, but he doesn't post them himself. He created an automation where the AI finds the latest crypto news,
Mm-hmm.
generates a thumbnail, and creates threads because on Twitter you're limited to a certain amount of
Sure,
characters.
sure.
So and the AI generates the thumbnail related to the subject matter and then posts it on X in multiple posts. And he's got a lot of interactions on that, and he generates clicks. And by generating clicks, you make income.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one way of using AI. AI is not this all bad. Anything that's created for good can be used for bad as well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know if you know Visual Venture, if you've seen him on YouTube. Visual Venture talks about one of his videos. He talks about the bad side of AI. He had a
Mm-hmm.
video a while back about the good side of AI. In the latest AI video, he talked about the bad side and how
Sure.
people are using AI for bad things,
Right,
like
right, right.
they imitated a girl's voice. She was
Mm-hmm.
calling for help, but the mother was smart enough to try to call the daughter on the other line, and she discovered that her daughter was okay, just fine. The guy was using just a duplicate voice
Mm-hmm.
using AI. So yeah, AI can be used for bad as well as good. I see the good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to look at the bad, but people tend to see the bad only.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. And you keep mentioning in a lot of your videos where people see when there's a news article about something that's a little bit negative, they read the first part of the sentence, but they don't read the rest of it,
Mm-hmm.
and they judge it by the first part of the sentence, not the rest of it.
Honestly, a lot of them read the title and don't even read the first sentence.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what's happening with AI. They see the title, but they don't bother reading the article to see that it's nothing really bad. It's
Mm-hmm.
just something small that's happening. But no, they judge it by the title. They judge a book by its cover, basically,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which is unfortunate. But when it comes to AI, ZeroNix will never include AI-related features out of the box. But in the toolkit, yes.
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
already
ask. You
included
could just
some.
include it as like a, hey, I want to have this as I install it.
Yeah, not during the installation, but in the toolkit post install, I included something called Alpaca.
Mm.
It's on FlatHub, Alpaca. Uh, Alpaca on FlatHub. It's a GUI for self-hosted offline AI models. You download the AI model you want, like
Mm-mm.
recently with DeepSeek R1. I installed the 32 billion model on a laptop, which wasn't ideal. Now I ask it a question that takes literally 8 minutes to generate the answer,
Jesus
and
Christ.
and the laptop cooks itself. It's 20 gigs in size. I was like, might as well try it because it has. But DeepSeek R1, although it tells you its cutoff is 2024,
Mm-hmm.
you discover with a lot of questions that its cutoff is actually 2023. Because I asked it, the first question I ask any AI model, what's the latest version of Fedora? They
Mmm.
all are stuck on Fedora 39 for whatever reason.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, that's the cutoff. That's how I can tell the cutoff. I don't trust by what the website says.
Mhm.
I trust the answer that I get from AI.
Right.
So I love AI, but I don't use those models. I don't like using those models because there's the security risk that
Mhm.
people keep mentioning is, especially in coding,
Mhm.
when you want to generate code from scratch, there's a security risk where not about hallucinations as much as it is giving you proprietary code,
Mm-mm-mm.
snippets of proprietary code you end up
Yeah.
using in your code, and then you get attacked by the owner of the proprietary code. It doesn't know proprietary versus open source. It just
Mm-mm.
gives you the code. It's a machine. It just, you ask it a question, it will give you an output. That's
Mm-mm.
it, input, output. So I'm like, no, I don't trust those AIs. I just, for Sonnet, for example, it vets those out. There's, why do people pay for Sonnet to get a lot of tokens?
Mhm.
Is because Sonnet is vetted. So all the code it gives you, it's vetted through whoever created Sonnet. It's OpenAI basically, where you very rarely will you get snippets of proprietary code.
Mm.
And it's one of the best coding tools out there, coding AI tools out there. So a lot of people trust it. So that's why I use it in Cursor.
Mhm.
But don't use willy-nilly things like Alpaca or any of those tools, because they use non-vetted free open source models, and the open source models, they're not very, how should I put it? They don't go through rigorous testing. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
So, but Zero Linux's stance on AI, to put it simply, is open-minded.
Mhm.
I'm not going to be closed-minded. I used to be closed-minded, but my brother showed me otherwise. So, never going to include any AI tools out of the box on Zero Linux, but the toolkit will be where you will find the various tools I discover as I go along. If the choice is up to the user.
Mhm. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.